This is truly one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen a Republican post, and that's saying something. And it's not just coming from some random MAGA anonymous account, it's coming from a sitting Republican senator who has influence over the United States. Republican Senator Mike Lee from Utah decided to chime in on the tragedy that took place in Minnesota yesterday when two Democratic lawmakers were targeted by a masked man pretending to be a police officer in a politically motivated shooting. He killed one of them, critically injured the other, and instead of sending his thoughts to the families and the victims, Mike Lee decided to politicize it and spread a conspiracy. And this is not the only tweet of his that I want to show you. He has more that I have to talk about with you. But before I do that, I want to give you an update on where the investigation stands and some of the basic facts of the case. So, Minnesota State Rep Melissa Hortman and her husband were killed, and State Senator John Hoffman and his wife were wounded in politically motivated shootings early Saturday. Hortman and her husband were shot in their Brooklyn Park home, while Hoffman and his wife were shot about 5 miles away in their homes. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner's Office said the Hortmans each died from multiple gunshot wounds, and Rep. Hortman was pronounced dead at the scene. Thankfully, though, Senator Hoffman is out of surgery and stable. And these are the two legislators. On the left, you have Representative Melissa Hortman. On the right, Senator John Hoffman. Now, a suspect has been identified, 57-year-old Vance Luther Boltler. He was last seen Saturday morning in surveillance video captured by a Minneapolis business. This is the information that's being sent out to residents, hoping to gather some more info on this guy. There's other photos that's being spread of him. That is the suspect that they are currently looking for. But now I want to provide you some updates we now have on the investigation as it continues. Some homes near where the Minnesota suspect's vehicle was found have been searched by authorities. So they're kind of going door to door, finding out more. Authorities are still searching for the suspect. He has not been caught. The manhunt continues. And on day 2, we're still looking for the man. And this is what the scene looks like outside of the home of Melissa Hortman, who was killed. And I want to show you this video from CNN. They're actually on the ground in Minnesota. Take a look.
We are here at Representative Melissa Hortman's home. She was the Speaker for the Minnesota House for 6 years. She was married. Her husband also died of his injuries. They had 2 children. And when you come out here, what you see is a small but growing memorial. And most of these have come in the last hour or so. This scene still looks like a crime scene. I mean, what you see behind me is police tape. What you see is the garage door has been ripped off. It is mangled in the driveway. The front windows are boarded up. The front door is boarded up. There are still visible bullet holes. It is such a jarring sight because as you pull into this otherwise quiet, idyllic, calm suburban neighborhood, and then you see this, it's just so shocking.
It's just absolutely heartbreaking that something like this can take place in the United States. And instead of having a moment of national unity where we, provide love for everybody that's affected, provide love for the community, we have Republicans politicizing it, spreading conspiracy theories about it. It's just makes me feel sick in my stomach talking about this. In addition, I want to provide you this final update before we talk about that tweet on the investigation, which is a second vehicle was found belonging to the suspect. An alert was sent out to local residents telling them to be cautious, not to let anybody in, keep your doors locked, vehicles secured, report suspicious activity to 911. The report reads, so there's a lot going on. The manhunt continues. But now let's talk about this tweet from Mike Lee and the other that he put out. He included a photo of the suspect in the mask that he was wearing when he approached one of their homes and the police outfit that he was wearing. And you can see in the background his police vehicle, which looked almost identical to a normal police vehicle. And Mike Lee decided to respond by saying, this is what happens when Marxists don't get their way. So what Mike Lee is trying to do here is pin this on Democrats for some reason. This tragedy, which, by the way, targeted 2 Democrats, he's trying to pin it on liberals and Marxists, I guess, is his claim, that if they don't get their way, they do stuff like this. This is so disgusting. Melissa Hortman and her husband are not even in the grave yet. Their bodies aren't cold. They're not in the dirt. And we have Republicans like Mike Lee spreading conspiracy theories about it. But if Republicans want to have that conversation, if they want to talk about politics and where this guy's loyalty laid, then let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, because the roommate of the shooter was actually interviewed, his friend. And according to his best friend, The guy voted for Donald Trump and was a strong Trump supporter. Let's have a look.
We even asked about Mr. Bolter's political affiliations, and David Carlson, once again his roommate and best friend, known him since fourth grade, did say Bolter voted for Trump and that he was a strong supporter.
That's a direct quote from the man's best friend and local media in Minnesota. He voted for Donald Trump and was a strong supporter of Donald Trump. This man is no liberal. He's no Democrat. And by the way, if we want to continue to provide the endless evidence we have of this, there's also videos circulating of him online right now preaching in churches some extremist views, anti-abortion, anti-LGBTQ+. And in this video, which we're not going to watch because it's just so insane, he said there's people, especially in America, they don't know what sex they are, right? Targeting the LGBTQ+ community. And yeah, I agree with Micah here saying, Micah, the account that posted it, you are actually so cooked if you think this guy was liberal. That doesn't sound like a liberal to me. And on top of that, I do want to bring this crucial piece of information to your attention, which was the police found the hit list of the man in the vehicle that they found on the site. And it included around 50 to 70 names, targets of his, and it included Planned Parenthood locations and elected Democrats like Governor Tim Walz. So the Republicans like Mike Lee are trying to claim that Tim Walz is being targeted by a Democrat, that this man is a strong liberal, except his friend says he voted for Trump. He's preaching anti-liberal views in churches. He's targeting liberals for assassination. Give me a break. The politicization of this tragedy is so gross. And I want to show you some responses to the Mike Lee tweet. The Democrat account put out, "It's Father's Day and you're spending your time tweeting lies about a tragedy to run cover for a right-wing domestic terrorist. Pathetic." I think that response is really strong. Brett Meiselas from the Midas Touch Network posted this in response, saying, for a U.S. senator to be posting fake information like this after Democratic lawmakers were just shot is just so beneath contempt. I don't even know where to begin. I couldn't agree more. I think that's a really good way to summarize it. And right-wing commentator Brad Palumbo, who is a conservative, said, quote, "What the hell is Mike Lee doing? Has he completely lost it?" The answer to the question is yes, he has. And the final tweet I want to show you from Mike Lee, in addition to the one that we just read, was he posted this, a photo of the suspect in the mask and also a photo of the suspect that has been circulated saying "Nightmare on Wall Street," trying to, again, blame Tim Walz, even though this is a right-wing lunatic who is operating on their own, as we know, as of now. That's what we know right now, according to the investigation, acted alone as of now. And he voted for Trump, supported Trump, is preaching anti-liberal views, and is targeting Democrats. It is so gross how Republicans have handled this tragedy. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention, the fact that not only are Republicans on social media, these influencers, these conservative freaks are posting stuff like this, but it's also being circulated by elected members in our government. Elected members in our government who should know better. Who should know better. Anyway, I'm sorry. This tragedy really gets me fired up. It's just so heartbreaking, and my heart and my thoughts go out to everybody affected. It's terrible. So I'll leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. It goes an incredibly long way. Drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about this story. And as I always say, I greatly appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.